winners of $1,000 worth of cash power or one of the 100 lucky winners of $100 credit top-up. Yes! From now till the 16th of July 2021, send money to family and friends in the Gambia from anywhere this Tobaski with Supersonics money transfer and get the chance to win one of 5 rams or one of 5 bags of 50-kilogram rice, or become one of the 10 lucky winners of $1,000 worth of cash power or one of the 100 lucky winners of $100 credit top-up. Enjoy our safe and instant money transfer service with the lowest fee, highest rate and largest payout network in the Gambia. Hurry now and be one of the many winners in this special Tobaski promo from Supersonics Money Transfer. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics. Supersonics.
Bukan waringe si million sa jupae kungangar ama pikreti coronavirus. Coronavirus kwa kaka sumut kanu manje bajuta nile, bajuta nine, bajuta nifa, bajuta nine, bajuta stek. Kaka ka sumut kanu manje bukana tuku gore. Badne baj ke bari sumu yene tere gudi ka sumut kati coronavirus. Tate ten menya di baj pikreti yang konem vaccine manje anosan awurna pour mana janga yo bangola tanka fanga fa ka sumut kati COVID-19. Guluje yimbe ka hore leydi woni ko yetti ndu pikiru coronavirus non ko gonga anda bale anda dani anda paykun anda mawdo wari africans be buri ka hore leydi sabu non ala lekki kono kibaruji welde di woni ndu hebi haray pikiru bayna fo nyetti o vaccine jol ko kala yoreno dedindi labi ko dum non ko fewno coronavirus no wodi o nyawono.
Members that the Standing Committee on Human Rights and Constitutional Matters reported on the bill committed to it, and that is the Peoples with Disabilities Bill 2020. The report was adopted on Monday, the 14th of June, 2021, and today is a consideration stage for the said bill. And I did also indicate that during the consideration stage, honorable members shall have the opportunity to give detailed consideration and scrutiny to every clause and schedule in the bill, and that the stage also provides the first opportunity for amendments to the bill to be debated and voted on. And then I stopped at where I suspended the sitting, where I said I would now resolve the assembly into the committee of the whole assembly to give consideration to the bill entitled Persons with Disability Bill 2020. But honorable members, during the course of the break, I came up with some unforeseen circumstances, and I have cause to leave, in which case I'm putting it to the House to allow the honorable majority leader to take over the chair and preside. And I looked at the provisions of the Constitution, and the House has to agree to elect a member to preside. I'm surprised that we've been doing it and nobody brought it to our attention all these, in fact, years, is it? But I think it's better late than never to do the right thing. So, and that has been the practice, and I understand it's also the practice in most jurisdictions, that in the absence of the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker, the majority leader will always preside. But in our standing orders, it has to be elected by the House. So I want to put this here. It was brought up by Honorable Magasi. I understand, member for Basse. So I want to put it to the vote. If the honorable members agree to the honorable majority leader to preside over today's proceedings. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. So the Thank you very much for your understanding. Sometimes certain things just crop up without notice, personalities. So the assembly now resolves into committee of the whole assembly. Thank you. So we just. Very much, honorable members. The assembly now go into the committee of the whole assembly to consider the Persons with Disabilities Bill 2020, either section by section or clause by clause. In so doing, we will be guided and assisted by the committee's report on the bill and clause 72 of the standing orders during the consideration stage. Thank you very much. I believe everybody has a copy of the report. Do we? Sorry, Vice Chair? You have a copy. Everybody has a copy of the report.
Yes, we have. It was given to all of them.
Pardon? Yes.
Why not part by part?
Sorry? Okay.
Well, even if it's a part, we go close by
Sorry,
close.
I can't hear you.
Well, you take slot.
You hardly hear.
slot.
Honorable Woolley West.
When you take the slot,
Woolley
you take
West.
close by close.
Woolley West, your microphone. Okay. Use it.
How you are saying close by close.
Okay. Yes. In fact, thank you very much. We, on behalf of all honorable members, the Assembly Service, and indeed on my own behalf, we wish to apologize to our friends here present that unfortunately there are some works going on within the Assembly, as a result of which the lifts, both of them, are not working. So we apologize and hope that very soon we will finish, in fact, with the bill as soon as possible to avoid them going and coming. In fact, when I saw some of them just earlier on going for lunch, I had to call them back and ask them to go to the VIP, and that the lunch will be provided for them, and it was brought. I hope that was done. It was done. Okay, thank you very much. Yes. We apologize, our apologies. Sometimes these things do happen. Thank you very much, Honorable, for bringing it up to our attention. Yes, Clark, we proceed. Yes, I've seen it. I'm looking for my red pen. It's all right.
Thank you. Bill Persons with Disability Bill 2021. Clause 1, short title and commencement.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, it is proposed that Clause 1, short title and commencement stand part of the bill. Honorable Vice Chair, do you have anything?
Yes, we made a recommendation to change the 2020. Instead of Act 2020, should now read Act 2021. That's one recommendation we made there for the short title.
Page 4 of your report, earlier on, where it's under 10. Can you guide us, please?
I say page 4 of the bill. Everybody should look at page 4 of the bill. short title and commencement. The recommendation is to change 2020 to 2021.
On that, honorable members? No? Okay, it is proposed that clause 1, short title, yes, honorable.
Thank you very much, Ma. I think where I can remember what we proposed, that not persons with disabilities, but persons living with disabilities, in order to match the UN Convention for the Rights of Persons Living with Disabilities.
Did you get that?
No, that's a new input. We need to, she needs to write that if she wants us to consider that.
If I can remember, it was put there, but maybe it was not captured, but I can write it.
Yes. Maybe we'll expedite the process by just having it down. You can send it across, but then we will proceed. It's a proposal. Huh? You've heard the proposal. So it is proposed that clause 1, short title and commencement, stand part of the bill as amended. Oh, sorry. Honorable Minister, do you have any views on that? Okay. Yes, okay. Thank you. Yes.
Where you have civil society, the paragraph beginning with civil society, definitions and interpretation rather.
It is proposed that clause 1, short title and commencement, stand part of the bill with amendments. Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those not in favor, please say no. So the ayes have it. Thank you.
Clause 2, interpretation.
Thank you very much. It is proposed that clause 2, interpretation, stand part of the bill. Yes, Sarah Kunda.
Well, I have a proposal.
The last time I did indicate that we need more hands to be helping.
Yeah. I have a proposal on affirmative action. Affirmative action. So maybe ask the committee to give their own proposal, then I'll make mine.
Yes, that was this proposal from him. As I said, we had a debate on that one, and we did change something there. In fact, we add with, but then on a second note, we want to wait for his definition to come so that we can look at that.
All right, thank you very much. So I will be submitting this, Honorable Chair, that affirmative action means special measures adopted by every public institution or private enterprise as set out in this Act, aimed at accelerating de facto equality between disabled persons and other members of society who are not subjected to any form of discrimination. If you look at the Women's Act, you will see that Section 15 is precisely designed to introduce special measures to eradicate discrimination. And we should take that form of formulation. So I here submit.
That is very substantive in terms of what you have just read. Maybe it will also help the chair to, actually, I think even the rules provide that you do it. There's a time frame.
Submitted, yeah. It's being submitted, yeah.
Otherwise, you submit it. But in view of the fact that it is a little bit long and very substantive. We may probably need to have a look at it prior to. There is a proposal on the floor by the honorable member. Yes, I know. I'm just reading the proposal. I just want to read the proposal. I'll give you an opportunity or any other honorable member who wants to come in before finally giving the floor to the honorable minister. He is saying that affirmative action means special measures adopted by every public institution or private enterprise as set out in this act, aimed at accelerating de facto equality between disabled persons and other members of society who are not subjected to any form of discrimination. Now, considering, Honorable, what the proposal that the amendment that has just been made, people living with disability. I'm just reading this sentence, equality between disabled persons, whether just to, so that it will be in line. You know, we use the same language, people living with disabilities. So if you can just amend that. Thank you.
Chair.
Yes. Right.
Honorable Chair, since we are going to come up with this throughout, why don't we just accept that across the board, everywhere, wherever that's precisely what should be done. I think that will help us.
Sorry. Okay.
Thank you. Let me just read the proposed amendment. Affirmative action, special measures adopted by every public institution or private enterprise as set out in this act, aimed at accelerating de facto equality between persons living with disability and other members of society who are not subjected to any form of discrimination. And I was expecting it wherever it appears in the act, it will change automatically or be amended to persons living with disability. That's the proposal. Thank you. Any more? Yes, I know. Any more on the affirmative action?
Yes. There's, you know, when we had the report led, the recommendation is for the ministry also to come with another definition, if this one, a proposed definition. And what they came with is affirmative action means policies and practices for persons with disabilities to remedy an imbalance and provide equality like any other person. That is the suggestion that comes from them. So we can look at
it sounds basically, they're very similar. Maybe to use the language of Honorable Member for Woolly West, the two can be married and I'm sure they will come to. But anyway, let's hear, no, it's not Nyamina, it's Upper Salum. Yes, it's okay. I know it's Upper Salum. And then we hear the version from the Honorable Minister.
Yes, I tend to agree with the one for Serekunda. Because these are special measures that are adopted by institutions, not like the people living with disabilities. These are special measures that are adopted by public and private institutions to actually support or to sustain those people living with disability. So I would rather go with the member for Serekunda, actually, with definition here.
I think I could recall the honorable member for Serekunda was trying to relate, if I get him right, like what special measures are defined in the Women's Act. If that is to go by that, I mean trying to reconcile the two. I think it's a point that could be noted.
Any more suggestions, observations? No? Yeah, Honorable Minister, thank you.
Thank you very much. I've just been informed by our technicians that the earlier amendment, internationally, it is persons with disability, not persons living with disability. Yes, it's internationally persons with disability.
Being told by the Honorable Minister that she's just received advice that the internationally recognized phrase is persons with disabilities as opposed to persons living with disabilities. So,
persons with disability. It's persons with disability.
Disability.
Yes.
As opposed to persons living with disabilities.
Strongly debated during our retreat. The expert that was sent to represent the disabled community also had the same position. That is the international standard for this is persons with disability, unquote, PWD. That's why we have that. So the issue of trying to bring in another, interpretation or format, I don't think we are at that stage. If Madam Honorable nominated member was trying to say that that was how she recalled, but honestly, at the retreat, this was the technical advice that was given to us that the international standard is this format.
We should not debate more on this. Since this is what people say, let's continue with what is happening. So for me, I don't have any issue with that.
Yes, Wooly West.
People living with disabilities, and people with disabilities are not necessarily semantically the same. So I go for what he is recommending, people with disability.
Thank you.
I move that we rescind the decision earlier taken and then adopt.
Please to move that we rescind that. Yes, Seka.
I rise to second the motion so that we continue.
It has been moved and seconded that the earlier decision to amend the word living with disability be rescinded, and it is hereby rescinded. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. So the ayes have it. That decision is rescinded, and then the original, am I right? The original version states living, I'm sorry, persons with
disabilities.
Yes.
Disabilities. Yes.
Can we get the correct version from the Honorable Minister so that, please, can we write it down and then we take a vote so that it will be captured in the final, yes. Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much. When we say persons, then we say with disabilities. So it's persons with disabilities. Yeah, because we are saying, yeah, it's correct as it is. Persons with disabilities. Yes, thank you.
It's proposed that, please, one meeting. It is proposed that the short title and, yes,
it's not person with disability. It should be persons with disabilities. Yeah. No, we said this.
Thank you very much. It is proposed that short title and commencement stand part of the bill. Those in favor? Yes, as amended to 2021. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. So clause 1, short title and commencement now stand part of the bill as amended. Thank you. Then we go to clause 2.
Yes. Clause 2, interpretation.
It is proposed that clause 2, interpretation, stand part of the bill. As I said, we had earlier on received a proposal from the Honorable Member for Serekunda dealing with affirmative action. And I think I had read it earlier on, that it means special measures adopted by every public institution or private enterprise as set out in this act, aimed at accelerating de facto equality between persons with disabilities and other members of society who are not subjected to any form of discrimination. This is the proposal from the Honorable Member. There was an other proposal. Was it from the Vice Chair? Okay. Banjul, no?
Honorable Chair, for civil society.
No, we are dealing with.
Do you have any views on the affirmative action?
I think I'm fine with the proposal. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, honorable members. So it is proposed that clause. Oh, we take all the amendments on the clause before we take a vote on it. Okay. Now we have any further proposals on page 5? You are on page 5, Honorable. Yours is here. I'm holding it. Any more on page 4?
Yes.
Okay, civil society.
No, before that.
For that?
Before that.
Before that, yes.
Auxiliary aids.
Auxiliary aids and services.
Yeah, no, but the phrase auxiliary aids baffles me because auxiliary itself is aid. Aid. So what exactly are you, because I don't think this is.
What are you proposing?
Aid. Auxiliary is aid. Aid is aid.
Let us have it.
Now, before that, I want us to look at it first.
It has to be written and then debated before we take a vote.
So what is that? What are you trying to say there? Or what are they trying to say? Aid. Yeah, no, the definition, but the phrase itself, auxiliary is aid, aid is aid. So what is what?
Are you proposing that it be deleted?
No, I'm saying it to make it more meaningful.
You need to give us your proposal. What are you proposing? So that we'll make some progress.
Appliances.
Chair, I'm not so whether he is. Do you have our report? Yes. You know, we made a proposal for change of definition. That's what should happen.
Are you convinced by the Vice Chair? Let's try to make some progress.
Chair, you know, the committee made recommendations. So don't you think we should state our recommendation first? And if anybody has any other recommendation, can come later.
I've always said that we would be guided by the report of the committee. So it is for you to lead us.
Yes, so let's
now lead us and then...
So the recommendations in the and services that support persons with disabilities to participate effectively in all aspects of life. That's what it would mean. That's our recommendation. Then civil society.
For it to be coherent, can we allow, since there was somebody
Since he has
raised it, before you come to the next, I know there are some proposals on civil society, if we have anything to communication, so that we go step by step. Honorable Woolley West, this is the proposal.
Well, I'm not really happy with the combination auxiliary aids, but things we are defining it, like the other definitions which are there, which appear to me very funny. But maybe it's okay. This is what you mean. But
I wasn't following.
yes?
I said, I am sorry, I wasn't following, so I did not get your...
I'm saying the combination...
Supplementary aids.
Huh? What?
Anything else on that paragraph, honorable members?
Well, auxiliary gadgets or appliances.
Appliances, I have seen here pictorial recording, braille equipment, braille audio, blah, 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 and other devices and services.
Everything is there.
I think it appears to be all inclusive. Yes, Sarakunda. Honorable members, this side.
Yes, I think the Honorable Member for Woolly West is saying combining auxiliary and aids, which appears to mean the same. Aids here means gadgets and appliances, which is different from services. So why can't we not just auxiliary gadgets or auxiliary appliances and services? Because the appliances or gadgets include all the rest, all the technical tape recorders and all those elements. Yeah.
You're right, you want aids deleted.
It's replaced by
something.
Appliances or gadgets.
So that's Ma, just a second, Honorable, we'll come there. I want to get it from you, Honorable. So what are you proposing? Auxiliary appliances.
Appliances, and I can add there, let me bring gadgets or gadgets, whichever is
and we remove
acceptable.
We remove aids.
Remove aids. Yes.
Remove aids. So the proposal is for aids to be removed, deleted, and replaced by appliances.
Honorable Chair.
Yes. Let's take proposals from this side.
I think before we may move with the suggestion to change appliance for gadgets, because these are technical terms. I want to believe during the consultation, experts were with us, ably guiding us. The minister is here, and the technical team is here, and we seek their opinion on it before we may make the same mistake as we did for the earlier amendment that we did before. What's their take on that?
So food gadgets.
Aids and services.
Or do further consultation before. Upper Salum.
Yeah, thank you. Honorable Chair, what I was going to say is there are certain phrases that are very unique to a particular situation. So we need to be careful. Because when you look at that phrase itself, it's linked directly to this issue we are dealing with right now. So we need to be very careful. Instead of changing, I think we should maybe allow the minister to explain. But I think this phrase is very peculiar to what we are dealing with right now.
Chair.
Well, that was what I was going to say as well, because according to this specific language, auxiliary aids and services are items or equipment that assist in effective communication. So it is the term used internationally. So I think,
that was my question, because I think, madam, if you give her the opportunity, she will tell the same thing. Those of them who were there, this was a debate as well, and that was the, yes, at the debate.
Thank you very much, Ma. In fact, what I got from my pupil is it should not be auxiliary, but axillary aid. In fact, I have written it, and it is coming to it. It should not be auxiliary. It should be axillary aid. Ancillary. Aids, yeah.
Why don't we now allow the Honorable Minister to come and probably clarify? Or Serekunda, you still want the floor? Your microphone is on, Serekunda. Okay. Thank you. Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Looking at the list, I've just been advised technically that it should be technical aids and services. Because if you look at the list, these are all technical aids. So instead of auxiliary aids, it should read technical aids. Technical, because these are all technical aids. If you look at the list from visual and pictorial recording, braille equipment, large print, it's technical aid, technical aid.
Sorry, I think what is here is exactly what we have gathered from a meeting with other stakeholders. So these are the correct things we gathered from them. If they want to change again, I will be surprised. Almost all of them, when we came, this is what they recommend to us as a committee. So if they want to change it now, so maybe. But almost all these stakeholders is what they have.
I think we can change. That's the purpose of this session. We can change. And then we've got the advice from the minister. I think technically is appropriate. We can change it.
Well, I know that the jargon mobility aid is utilized to show crutches, wheelchairs. Those are mobility aids. But here, we're looking for a generic word that covers everything. And what has been said, auxiliary and aid, you're talking about the same thing. So how do we cover what we want to say? The minister said technical aid. Well, if that is what is utilized, then that is okay. We should take that. Here, if auxiliary gadgets, that's a new invention. So what is important is what is standard and accurate.
It was technical.
I don't think it should be difficult for us to come to something because we know what exactly we are talking about. We are talking about what is needed to help. And they have been listed here. And she's used the term, which is fine, technical aids. These are all technical matters anyway. Technical aids and services.
Yes, I think, Honorable Minister, I think we can move forward. We agree on the word technical. Now, yes.
I think the Honorable
nominated.
I think what the Honorable Member for Serekunda said also makes some sense because auxiliary aid, it assists in effective communications, and this one it says to participate effectively in all aspects of life. So it means also movement and other sorts. When we say auxiliary aid, it only helps in effective communications between a person who has hearing, vision, or speech disability. I think we should consider.
So look at the word, it's not exclusive, it includes the technical aids, and if we agree on technical, includes the whole range of
Chair.
yes, it includes qualified readers, interpreters, sign language interpreters, and the list.
Initially, we had schedules, and this was deleted to be replaced by, in section 16, by various committees. And it should now, section 16 should now read village, ward, area council, regional, municipal, city council, and district committees. And 16.1 should read, there shall be a committee in every A, village, B, ward, C, district, D, area council, E, region, F, municipality, and G, city council. This is the right thing which should have been in this document. And then the functions of each and every one is also highlighted, and also the compositions.
Okay. When we reach to clause 16,
yeah,
we have not reached to that stage now. When we reach to
But again, even for the definition of committee, let's look at what is here. It says, committee, when used in relation to a village, means a village committee. When it is used in relation to a ward, it means a ward committee. When used in relation to a council, it means a council committee. When used in relation to a region, it means a regional committee. And when used in relation to a municipality, it means a municipal council committee.
So that is consistent with 16, eh? When we get to 16, then we will, yeah.
Madam Chair, to my understanding, this is not the problem. The problem is we want to now interpret the word committee. What does it mean? We want to define it. We want to interpret it. What does it mean in this context? What word committee means? If there's no need, we now are close. Chair.
Why don't we suspend this one and then move on until we get to 16, then we define.
Yes.
I've been raising my tax since. I've been raising my tax.
You're in the wrong place, that's why.
Because I'm working with her, that's why.
Yes. Okay. Do we have any? D? No, we are dealing with communication now. That's on page 5. Where are you getting your 16 from?
If there is nothing on page 5.
Different from that of the committee on employees. Okay? 10, inclusion. Serekunda?
I have made a proposal, it's submitted.
Yes, okay.
Inclusion is right there.
Okay, inclusion is
Page
here.
7.
Okay.
Page
The
7.
proposal from member for Serekunda is inclusion means the process whereby people or society ensures integration of all persons to participate in contribute to and drive equal benefit from the socio-economic development of a country. That's the definition from the member for Serekunda. You want me to read it again? The proposal from the member for Serekunda is inclusion means the process whereby people or society ensures integration of all persons to participate in, contribute to, and drive equal benefits from the socio-economic development of a country. That's Serekunda. This is just to provide and respect. Honorable Minister, do you have any view on the definition for inclusion, different from the two that we have now?
Thank you very much. What we have on page 6 is in line with what is in the convention. It has been expunged from the convention, so we cannot change it. And for most of these definitions have been expunged from the convention, so we cannot change them. They're in line with the convention.
Honorable Member for Serekunda.
Well, so that we will not cause any delay, we'll move, but your convention ultimately is inadequate.
Okay.
Sorry, can I observe this? Sorry. Yeah.
Member for Jara West, yes.
Thank you. Just these two words I'm trying to compare. In inclusion, to eliminate barriers in order to accommodate. That's these two words, elimination and accommodation. I'm just thinking if we can use the word share with persons with disability to participate in and contribute to that society. The word accommodate is what I am saying, whether we can change that word to share or any better word than that. Inclusion.
In the convention.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we respect that it's what's in the convention. So does that mean that the recommendation of the committee is dropped then? Because there's a slight recommendation from what you've.
I think there was a misunderstanding when it comes to the committee.
Because what is your proposal, Honorable Chair, the proposal of the minister is inclusion means the process whereby people or society value and respect diversity as part of life and thus minimizes barriers in order to accommodate persons with disabilities to participate in and contribute to that society. But we recommended to be amended to inclusion means the process whereby people or society value and respect diversity as part of life and thus eliminates. That is the difference. So we ignore the recommendation based on the fact that yours is the best, is the one that is in the protocols. That is what I'm saying, so that we can bear that in mind.
That's my recommendation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, which one? The one you are reading? Yes. And the bill. Yes. Yeah. The bill. Yes. That's it here. Huh? Yes. Yes, Honorable Vice Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I move that
Woolly West, eh? Woolly West. Are you moving the motion, Woolly West? Can somebody move a motion that we sit? Woolly West, you want to move a motion, please? Okay.
Honorable Speaker, I move that we sit beyond 6. And at the same time, I also move that we adjourn until tomorrow.
Seconder, it's been moved and seconded that we sit beyond. Any second? Yes.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to second the second motion made by the member for Woolly West. That is, we adjourn till tomorrow.
It has been moved and seconded that we adjourn the session until tomorrow. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. So the session now adjourns until tomorrow at 10 a.m. prompt.
Guluje yimbe ka hore leydi woni ko ƴettindu pikiru coronavirus non ko gonga anda ɓale anda dane anda paykun anda mawɗo wari africans ɓe boyi ka hore leydi sabu non ala lekki kono kibaruji welɗi ɗi woni ndu heeɓi haray pikiru ɓayna fo ƴetti o vaccin jol ko kala yo reno ɓeddindi laabi ko ɗum ɗon ko fewno coronavirus no woɗi o ñawono
bukan waringe sin million sa jupae kungangar ama pikreti coronavirus ko kan ko sumut kanu manje bajuta nyil bajuta nine bajuta ni